Tomorrow is May 13th. We know it as 513 Day, a celebration of our area code and really everything the city has to offer.
Yeah, so we decided to take a behind-the-scenes look at the Cincinnati Icon. Didn't know it was called that. WCBO 9 News anchor Kristen Sully, she joins us out there live right now at the Duke Energy Convention Center. She's going to explain.
Yeah, guys, how many of us knew that this thing was called the Cincinnati Icon? If you're like me, you pass it every single day on the way into work, and you've probably wondered at least once, why is it that color? I don't get it. Well, we have a bit of some tips on how to figure that out, but I found out that the real color comes from what's behind the sign. The people involved today, though, it is WCPO 9 Blue and White. We appreciate the team so much for doing that for us. Here they are. What's 320 feet wide, 50 feet high, and beaming with Cincinnati pride?
Can add a little pop and spark to it.
It's the big LED sign that cheers on the Queen City each day.
We have 352 points that we can actually control.
Meet Mike Scott, the smile behind the sign.
Some people think it's cool. My family thinks it's cool, obviously.
He's the chief engineer responsible for every square foot of this place. But one of the highlights of this high-powered gig is programming the sign.
We take pride in our city and we support from the Reds to the Bengals to FC Cincy, as you mentioned, the Flying Pig.
Constructed on the western facade of the convention center during the expansion in 2006, it's been used to celebrate the things that make Cincinnati light up.
2006, when the sign originated, it was white lights. And if we wanted to change the colors, it was shutting down streets, additional logistics.
There are now LED lights capable of 16.7 million combinations, like this Beerfest graphic, which looks like pints being filled and emptying.
I really liked when we did BLINK in 2019 because that was one of these, we weren't really going to do anything with it. And then all of a sudden we got kind of, we really need to do something for BLINK. Can you have something up tonight? And we did.
But outside of the big events we all know about, how do you know what the sign's color stands for? Well, the convention center often posts about it on Instagram, or you can check their online calendar. But the sign's daily story is sometimes a bit of a mystery on purpose.
There are those causes, and some people don't know, and then the whole plan is to help generate that awareness, right? So when we do get requests, we usually ask them to tag us on social, use the hashtag Cincinnati Icon.
Mike and Michelle don't know what the sign will look like 60 days or 6 years from now, but the spontaneous aspect of the job, well, that's the bright side.
I think the next thing we do is the best thing that we have.
And guys, we also wanted to know about the whole uppercase, lowercase deal. Well, it turns out when the sign was originally put up in 2006, there was no way to do any sort of diagonal panel. So for example, there's no way to make an uppercase A using the technology that they had then. They could do it all uppercase or all lowercase now and make it uniform, but at this point, they really feel like the wonky nature of it just adds to the character of the sign and the city itself. Guys?